So all four tracks are always won 5-3 by Cambridge, so then we have the winning Cambridge captain. Girls women's match was won by Oxford by someone from Oxford Queens of Girls. And the congratulations.
It's quite a nice trophy actually.
The girls' match was Varsity Norwich and Golden. Norwich won 3-0 and
Yeah, exactly, yeah. We'll go to the analysis, umpire analysis. How it went, like BT Sport. I'm looking for some Michael Owen type thing. What do you think? Boys, make sure everything I do is sick. Everything I do is sick. That's not up to us, Ryan. That's up to you.
Boys, please. It's not like Super Saturday. PMS.
Okay, women's match, so we're going to try and find out if we have 2 teams left.
Shall I start? Shall I give it a go? Give it a welcome? Go for it. Welcome to Southgate Hockey Club this glorious Sunday afternoon where the 119th JMAN Varsity match is taking place between Oxford and Cambridge. First up, the women's game, won by Oxford last year, with Cambridge looking to try and come back with a win for the first time in 4 years. I love the way that everyone just turns to David and says dudes. How much are these carrying?
Please put our hands together and welcome onto the pitch 2 teams as our 2 umpires holding their part.
Both the Oxford and Cambridge teams are coming out onto the pitch now.
Insightful commentary from Dave Jones.
16 Lucy Donovan, 19 Georgian Bolton, 22 Annabelle Barker, 29 Zerka.
Teams lining up now, preparing for the national anthem. Not a national anthem this year.
Today commentating for you we'll have myself, Henry Taylor, and
me, David Jones. Both former Oxford players, but we can assure you there will be no bias.
Looking forward to a good, clean game.
Tension building here now, the atmosphere is palpable.
Cambridge on the left, as you see, lined up in the light blue, and Oxford on the right in the dark blue.
Oxford sporting their new kit made by Y1.
Oxford managed by Emma Rosier, unfortunate to miss out on the varsity match due to a twisted ankle, so she'll be on the bench running it and giving some pearls of wisdom.
Of course, with the usual John Shaw.
As always, very kind of Southgate Hockey Club to supply the ball patrol, who will be in force all day.
And I have to say, an absolutely lovely playing surface. Henry, you were down there earlier. What do you make of it?
Quite slippery. The alumni game was clinched by Cambridge, I think 4-3, but a lot of slips. So looking for some falls here.
Both teams with a lot of returning blues today, plenty of experience in both sides. Should be making for an excellent match.
As I say, Cambridge looking for their first win in, I think, 4 varsities, so they've got a lot to play for and be very up for this game.
And we're already here. And pushback.
Cambridge with a pushback, looking quick with their play. Oh, and already a bit of rough and tumble.
First foul of the game from Oxford. Cambridge bouncing it around the back to each other. Dangerous play at the first few minutes.
Oh, and stolen by Ellie Harrison. Rachel Harrison.
Of course, the two sisters playing for Oxford today. Easy to confuse, Henry.
Charlotte Burrows returning after a short stint out of the varsity match, away on a course abroad. Cambridge dominating the possession at the moment, moving the ball around the back, trying to find a way through this dominant Oxford press. Still no way forward, looking back. Still looking forwards, but nothing on.
It's a very strong press from Oxford. Set their stall out early, very high.
Sideline taken. And yes, that's good hounding by the Oxford midfielder. Oxford now with the ball, looking through to play through Lucy Donovan.
Currently studying for a PhD. Lovely pass from returning captain Megan Hughes.
Oh, and Oxford right back, robbed on the 25. Charlotte Burrows goes into the D.
Excellent skill.
And that's a short corner.
First short corner of the game to Cambridge.
Poor place to turn the ball over there, trying to do maybe too much from the back.
So Henry, what do you know about the Cambridge short corner attack today?
To be honest, I've not seen or heard much about it, but Cambridge always have a very good short corner routine, so I'm sure it'll be well drilled. Oxford, though, have a very good short corner defence with Megan Hughes, part of that, who's been a Blues captain before and part of the defence for 3 years.
Let's go with two Castles. It's gone to the right Castle. A slip. Oh, and it's gone past the right post.
Oh, and that's missed everything. Ball with Megan Hughes at the back, passes to Lucy Donovan at left back. No way forwards there, back to Megan.
Looks like Oxford have set up with a safe 4-3-3 today.
And round the back, Harriet Moore playing at centre back, used to play for Cambridge, but now has defected to Oxford, looking to actually win a varsity. Oxford moved the ball nicely through the midfield. Back to Harriet.
Safe play around the back, giving everyone a touch. Oh,
and that's another bad place to turn the ball over.
Commentator's curse.
A few nerves here from Oxford. Dave, what do you remember about playing in this game? What's the atmosphere like?
Oh, so of course I never played in the girls' game, but the atmosphere here at Southgate is absolutely fantastic. There are a lot of people here watching today. Looks like it's going to be a fantastic atmosphere.
Excellent. Oh, and as we say that, Shona McNabb shows a bit of her Scottish flair in the midfield there. She has, of course, played some junior Scotland level hockey and is really letting her talent show. Captaining this year, of course. She has a brother who is playing in the Cambridge team, so mixed allegiances there from the McNabb family.
Ball Patrol doing an excellent job already.
John Shaw, the Oxford coach, just helping them out there with one of his famous right foot side foots.
Brilliant pass. A to C, I think they call that one, from Lucy Donovan.
Lovely ball down the line there. Oh, and you don't see that very often. The ball's hit the corner flag.
Henry, why do they have corner flags in field hockey?
I think harking back to the old days when they used to play on grass. But you don't often see them. But in games like this, they're well used. Well cleaned up there by Charlotte Burrows in the midfield. She really is pulling the strings for this Cambridge team.
Shave tackle from McNabb. Back stick down the line from Cambridge.
Testing ball, but no one's made the run. Attempted slide ball there by Lucy Donovan, but doesn't come off, and well picked up in the Cambridge midfield. Well retained by Cambridge, still trying to play forward down that right-hand side, and that's gone off. Once again, Oxford looking to play through Shona McNabb. She is the dynamo in this team, and they really run through her. Oxford pressing aggressively against the three at the back for Cambridge, and they've turned the ball over. So Oxford with good field position, looking to make something here.
Alexa Copeland standing over the ball inside the 23. Of course, that means it can't go straight into the D.
And Yasmin Zirk on the ball at right back. Yes, that's a nice ball down to Sophie Shakespeare playing it forward.
Very calm play out of the back from
Lovely play
Cambridge.
by Cambridge's midfield.
Run into a few Oxford flat sticks though. Good first tackle there.
That's nice work from the new fresher for Oxford, Tilly Morgan. Rumour has it that Tilly is a junior black belt in karate.
Let's hope none of the Cambridge players get into any confrontations with her today.
That's a lovely ball into the D. Oh, and this is Olivia Lee-Smith, another fresher, the duo with Tilly Morgan.
Copeland.
Ball towards goal, and that is just missed. Oh, and that's a bad miss.
Flashed past the left-hand post. Long corner to Oxford here.
Ball patrol just searching for a ball as Shona McNabb is demanding the ball, imperiously standing over that 23-metre line.
Slight confusion with where corners are taken from there, I think.
Good defence by Cambridge forces McNabb to play the ball backwards, but they've really moved it around quickly there and looking to play into the D by Yasmin Zirk. That's a ball into Sophie Shakespeare.
Back to
Good
goal.
play, lovely
Turns
little
in.
bit of skill there. Oh, unfortunately can't quite get it through, but she plays the ball to Copeland. Copeland in the D. Is that a stick tackle? I don't know. Ball with Morgan.
Like
Ball with Zirk, and that's... Oh, it's a goal for Oxford! Ellie Harrison with a lovely bit of play in the D from Oxford, moving the ball around nicely. Cambridge had nothing in there.
A very quick restart there from Cambridge.
Cambridge still have a zip about them. They look stung by that goal.
That was patient build-up play in the D there from Oxford. Really nice stuff.
Oh, and stolen again by McNabb. Lovely ball in to
Through.
Shakespeare. Shakespeare.
Oh,
that's sorry, that's Olivia Lee-Smith. That's a fantastic goal.
2 goals in very quick succession from the Oxford side. They must be feeling very confident at the moment.
Goal on her varsity debut. That's fantastic.
Quick word from the Oxford president, Johan Pereira.
Oh, chaps, it's been a very good start today, hasn't it?
Excellent game so far. Cambridge with an early spell of dominance, moving the ball around nicely, but Oxford's defence and pressing has been fantastic, turning the ball high up over the pitch and really making some chances from it.
Took their chances very well, I have to say.
Yeah, it's
Just
not
goes
like
to show that you must be in the D to score.
you must indeed be in the D to
Great
score in
insight
this
there
game
from the
of
Oxford
hockey.
president.
Nice stuff by Oxford, really starting to control this ball through the back. Good patience shown and a nice ball down the line, floated, picked up by Shakespeare. Stolen by the Cambridge right back. But Shakespeare steals it back. But after a scrappy bit of play there, the umpire is blown for an Oxford ball in the 23. Copeland stands over it. Nowhere to go forward, so plays it back. Cambridge get a stick on it, and that's gone off for an Oxford free hit. What an exciting period of hockey. Just time to catch our breaths here.
It has been a very quick start, Henry. I'm not sure if we can keep this up for the whole game. The real question is, can Oxford? Can Cambridge come back from such an early 2-goal lead?
Deficit, Davey, I think.
Thank you for correcting me there.
Ball turned over again by Cambridge. Yasmin Zirk standing over it. Plays the ball down to Harriet Moore. Lovely A to C ball there, finding Lucy Donovan. Lucy rolls the ball nicely up to Alexa. Oh, and unfortunately on the wrong wavelength there, Cambridge ball again, a 16.
Pitch looks like it's playing very nicely.
Good bit of moisture on the surface actually. Can be a bit dry, this pitch. Once again, Oxford turn the ball over, looking to get into the D. Yes, oh, unlucky. Nice bit of skill there, but equally well tackled.
Sideline balls, Cambridge.
Oh, and there's 2 balls on the pitch. Sorry for this slight delay with getting play restarted, but Cambridge have it at the back. They play back to their centre back and through into the midfield. Oh, Sophie Taylor tries to rob that. Izzy Montgomery does well there to keep the ball, number 87 for Cambridge.
Drew the foul very nicely.
Ball with Hattie Darling, plays back. Cambridge still with the ball, retaining it. Still no way forwards. Very good Oxford press here.
Safe play from Alicia Murphy there. Take it from the defence and give it back. Easy. Very, very patient play here from Cambridge, passing it around the defence.
Good from Izzy Montgomery.
Moving the Oxford press around.
Oh, and well picked up there in the midfield by Mitchells. Shears. Ellie Harrison with the ball, looking to play forwards, but there's no way through. That's a nasty bump. Umpires have given it. Oxford again with the ball. Lucy Donovan with the ball down Oxford left. That's well, she's found a good foot there. She didn't have much on there from the Oxford forward line.
Just noticed Georgie Walton's come onto the pitch for Oxford.
Oxford play back through Megan Hughes. Back to Hattie. And to Yaz. Looking to play a ball down the line, but no, there's nothing on. Back. Oh, and that's a lovely A to C ball. It really opens up a lot of the pitch. And Donovan really marauding forwards there. She finds another foot.
That's going to hurt, that one. Run it off, Cambridge, run it off. Lucy Donovan seeing a lot of the ball in the early stage of this game down the left.
McNabb 2 on her, but it doesn't matter. She's gone through. Oh, but that's a good tackle by Burrows. Oh no, it's hit her foot.
Another foot. Oxford ball inside the 25 now. With the captain, McNabb.
Good pressure by Cambridge. That's Molly Ring-Hrubazova. And Oxford have it in the forward left portion of the pitch. But now Cambridge are breaking. That's a lovely little left to right there. And she's beaten Yasmin Zirk. Oh no, and the ball runs off. That's nice tracking back, but Cambridge retain the ball. Very good skills from Izzy Austin. Cambridge playing round again, and again a strong press from Oxford. They managed to get the ball to their right half.
Aggressive press from Annabelle Barker there, brilliant.
Yeah, very good. Sophie Taylor tracking Alicia Murphy. Oh, and that's a well controlled there. Oh, and she's done very well.
Opening up the right-hand side of the pitch now. Space to run into.
Copeland good legs, but there's still Cambridge ball in the 23. She's won a free hit in the 23. That's really good work from Cambridge. First time they've had field position up here for a little while. Drifting from right to left, Cambridge midfield.
A stick block from
shielding
number
the ball.
42.
McNabb tries to play quickly, but she isn't given the chance. And she's tried to play a rolling ball there, so we need to reset, and Megan Hughes stands over the ball for Oxford.
Brilliant umpiring there, it has to be said. Good call on the stick block.
Cambridge turn over the ball nicely, but can't do anything with it, but they still maintain the ball in the Oxford half of the pitch. Lovely ball speed there from Cambridge. And again a strong press, but they've done well to find a forward there. That's Shears with the ball. She's done well to retain possession. Oh no, sorry, it's an Oxford ball. Oh, and Cambridge do very well to turn the ball over there, but well tracked back by Copeland. And picked up in the D for Megan Hughes to clean up.
Done very well to get out of
free
there.
Hit.
Aston Cambridge are pressing Alexa Copeland at left midfield very, very quickly. Looks like that might be a tactic from them today.
Oxford still happy to play back into their own D and very comfortable to play around and shift the space. That's a very good ball. Cambridge clean up at the back. Lovely ball.
Excellent step by Rachel Harrison, the Oxford number 6. Counter-attacking play from Oxford. They've got numbers. Out to the left with Sophie Shakespeare. Into the D now, into the D. Excellent defending from Cambridge number 15.
Very good defence. She got very low and nothing that Shakespeare could do, but she's still on the ball in the D. She's trying to...
Poetry in motion from Shakespeare there. Wow.
And that's
won the
fantastic.
short corner.
Exactly the thing to do there. Nothing on, won the short corner, and Oxford have a formidable short corner attack.
Any idea what we're going to see here, Henry?
I think potentially Sophie Taylor, straight strike, has been known to cause some damage to several teams. She really can hit the ball like a train.
Could be Lucy Donovan off the right castle with a drag flick, though. They've got options out there. Injection from Yaz.
Oh, and it's gone to Sophie Taylor. Bang! Have some of that. Oh, and the Cambridge stick's gone flying.
Ball still there. The ball's
still
still there.
McNabb with the ball. She's dancing her way through the D. Oh, and she slapped it tamely into the keeper's
Well
path.
out from the keeper.
But well done. That's well done from Burrow. Oh, no. And Oxford have robbed it again through McNabb. And that's Zirk with the ball just on the 5-yard line there outside the D. No, Sophie Shakespeare. McNabb with the ball. Nasty little bobbling ball into the D, but
well shielded out of play from Cambridge. Cambridge 16 and a chance for us to catch our breath.
That's a nice ball down by Cambridge, once again tidied up by Donovan to Hughes. Donovan back on the ball. Nice playing forwards. Oxford look very cool and calm in possession. As I say that, Cambridge put Copeland under a lot of pressure. McNabb almost robbed, still on the ball, and she's done well to win a foul there.
What formation do you think Cambridge are playing, Henry?
I believe they're playing a 3-2-3-2. Interestingly, that's what Oxford played last year and had a lot of success with, so it looks like Cambridge are trying it out this year. Well done by Cambridge there. Lovely ball playing through the midfield. Looking back, and Shakespeare's trying to hound the Cambridge defence.
Good pressing from Oxford. They're putting the Cambridge backline under a lot of pressure.
Done well there not to lose the ball, but they've done very well to move the ball there into midfield and keep it.
Well worked out of the back by Cambridge. Good tackle by Megan Hughes. Number 11. What do you make of a defender wearing number 11, Henry?
I think it's rogue, but I've seen worse.
I'm a traditional man myself. I like defenders to wear the low-down numbers.
As do I. I especially don't like, recently, Andrew Oxborough for the Oxford Blues has been wearing number 1, a number I normally associate with goalkeepers.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there, Henry.
This game really is frantic, and that's a loose pass there by the Cambridge centre-back. And Hattie Darling can't quite trap it, and Oxford had the ball. That's a first-time pass, but well cleaned up by Charlotte Burrows. Olivia Lee-Smith, yeah, good stick on that, but no foul blown.
Great play from the number 42. She's starting to get into the game now. Doing really well. Down the right-hand side with Cambridge.
Back to Alicia Murphy, number 42. Good ball, switching the play there, but there's no one on for Cambridge yet. That's well cleaned up there by Rachel Harrison to Olivia Lee-Smith. Just playing 1-2s down the pitch. Oh, and that's unfortunate. That's very good touch by Cambridge.
Went to leave it and it just clipped her leg.
Amy Edwards picks up and plays the ball into Charlotte Burrows, who's done well there, hounded by Lucy Donovan. Oh, Ellie Harrison. Well cleaned up there by Sophia Baldelli, the Oxford keeper. trickery there on the 23, but well watched by Tilly Morgan.
Cambridge have gone back to their defence there. It's a difficult pass, that.
Oh, that's another
Cambridge are
loose ball.
starting to show some signs of pressure now.
This game really has been played at a frantic pace. We can see that both teams are really up for it. Oxford again keen to keep the ball around the back, moving it from side to side. Hughes really dominating here, the metronome of the team.
Ball down the line, out for a Cambridge 16.
Cambridge stand over a 16 and all they can see is Oxford shirts, but that's well moved. Still happy to play into their own D. Oh, and that's a mistrap. Picked up there, some work, and it's gone for a long corner. Lee Smith to take. Plays it to Harrison. Harrison looks into the D. That's a good stick by Cambridge and well cleaned up.
Move.
Oh, and that is a horrible tackle. Yes, move away from the umpire quickly.
Very fast play from Burrows there for Cambridge.
Yeah.
Moving the ball quickly
Lovely
with intent.
ball and well done. Oh, well cleaned up by Zirk. Zirk's got two balls on. She chooses Lee Smith, who's done very well there. And a one-handed ball, but oh.
Excellent interception by the Cambridge 15.
Oxford still with the ball. And that's another excellent step through. But oh, a mistrap there, and Taylor, she's lethal in the D. She's done well so far, and that is a tight angle, and that is a bad miss. Some confusion here. Oh, and a green card has been handed to Lee Smith for that horror challenge she did earlier. Hard to think back to that moment of play. That's how fast-paced this game has been.
Well done, though, from the umpire there for coming back to the original foul.
Well played round the back. So Oxford with 10 players for 2 minutes due to that green.
What do you think the attendance is here today, Henry? If you were to guess, if you were to put a number to it, what do we reckon?
I'd say we've not quite reached the capacity of this venue, but very close to. Maybe 1,000, 2,000 in that area.
I imagine the weather has some effect with that. A little bit of drizzle in the sky today. Perhaps keeping some of the less hardcore fans at home.
Some good returning Blues back to come and watch their old teams, and a few people from the schools match, which played earlier, coupled with some non-affiliated people coming, and families, of course, of the players. Lovely play there through the midfield. Well controlled by Taylor. She's looking forwards, but there's nothing on. Good flat stick tackle there. Lovely little ball there by Sophie Taylor. Well picked up, though, by Cambridge. Cambridge done very well to play out the back, but Shona McNabb, a lovely flat stick, and she's absolutely ruined someone.
A giant V-drag there
still
from
on
Shona
the ball.
McNabb.
No, cleaned up by Cambridge. Sophie Taylor over the ball. Has it been taken? Yes, it has, and she's beaten one.
Into the corner. 4 Cambridge players around her. What can she do?
Fantastic work there by Sophie Taylor, but unfortunately Cambridge do very well to win the ball back. Good press there by Shakespeare, but she slightly got her angles wrong. Cambridge play the ball out. Good trickery there by Charlotte Burrows. She's driving strong. Oh, and what a lovely ball there across the pitch, but well picked up by Lee Smith, back on after her card. Lovely play there by Cambridge, well retained with 2 Oxford players around her.
Building patiently now from Cambridge. What can they do with this spell of possession? It's a brilliant crossfield pass by the Cambridge number 14, Hattie Darling. Round the right, gone past two, into the D from Cambridge, 90 ball back, and it's well out. It's well out from Oxford.
Cleaned up by the ex-Cambridge player, Hattie Moore. Excellent work there, all round. Loose pass there, Cambridge have the ball in the Oxford half. No, clumsy there, but no foot.
Play on, says the umpire. Burrows, burrowing down the left-hand side here. On her left arm, she's gone across one. Foul, a very strong foul. It's a short corner to Cambridge.
Don't often see those upgrades for a tackle like that.
Outside the D. What have they got?
Oh, and a yellow card.
Just waiting for confirmation who the yellow card was for.
Yes, yellow card, I think, to Rachel Harrison.
The Oxford number 6. Yes, she sat down in the sin bin.
That could, I think that's a 5-minute yellow card from the umpire there. She didn't like what she saw there. Perhaps a tad agricultural.
At the umpire's discretion, it could be longer. Cambridge short corner. Lining up with two Castles again. Where's it going to go? Last one, you'll remember, flashed past the right-hand post.
Good trap there, outside the D. Slow flick and well, oh no, just above the knee. That's dangerous from Megan Hughes trying to clear the ball out.
Whilst we wait for the next corner, Henry, what do you make of the injection style we saw there? A run-up to the injection.
Yes, I've noticed a lot of the women's international teams have been using it recently. They can get a bit more power on. Of course, it's slightly harder to get good direction on it.
Let's see that again now.
Yes,
step
very
up,
nice and fluid.
trapped.
Was that in the D?
I think that might have been stopped inside the D. Refs waves play on. Cambridge in the D.
Oh, good save.
Oh,
there.
great save.
Lovely
It's going
save.
on the line. Great goalmouth defending there from Oxford.
Lovely, lovely work there by
Long corner for
Sophia
Cambridge.
Baldelli. Cambridge quick to move on again, back into the D. Shona McNabb, clumsy tackle, but she's got the ball and she plays it quickly up to Taylor, who's the furthest forward Oxford player. Tries to find Walton.
Turned over quickly there.
Walton's pressing. And
The Oxford coach Joshua won't be happy about that.
Well played
An
across,
excellent
that's a
crossfield
nasty
pass.
ball.
Can she keep it on the pitch?
Yes,
Yeah,
well
done.
controlled there by Cambridge, but nothing on.
Feet round. Oh, great turn round Megan Hughes there. And another short corner has been won for Cambridge. They are starting to pile on the pressure.
Cambridge are really coming back into this game with some scintillating hockey and some very well executed basics.
6 minutes to half time. I'm sure they'll be hoping to go in with a goal at least. A different injector here for Cambridge.
Bella Pat.
Two Castles. Two running in from the right, one from the left. Oh, out to the left.
Oh,
Slap across. Oh, and it's a goal!
that's a goal!
Cambridge number 3, Amy Edwards.
What a lovely slap there. The Oxford defence were completely wrong-footed. And she slaps it cleanly into the middle of the goal.
Sent the goalie to the left with the eyes, then put it straight down the middle. 2-1 and the game's really hotting up now.
With only 5 minutes left in the half, we have ourselves a game.
That's increased the atmosphere here today. Very, very loud now.
Strong Cambridge turnout and support here. Hard to hear ourselves think at times.
Confirmation of goal scorer for Cambridge. Amy Edwards, number 3. Goal scorers Cambridge 1.
Zirk here with the ball. Lovely ball into Lee Smith. She picks it up. Cambridge all around her. She beats 2. Looking for a pass. Yes, nice ball down the left foot, but it's turned over. Cambridge really pressing much more efficiently and effectively.
Will be interesting to see now how Oxford fend under pressure. Cambridge's
lovely
confidence will have
drag
increased.
by Lee Smith again and changes the direction of play. Now moving down the left with Ellie Harrison. Harrison looking up for a pass, plays a bobbler into the D, but cleaned up by Cambridge. Was that a kick?
I'm sure I saw a foot there. Umpire's wave play on.
Well played out in Cambridge. Lovely
Very
bit of
good
skill
play
there.
from Cambridge there.
She's still on the ball. Oh, McNabb carries on. This game has become very broken up and a bit scrappy. But Oxford with the ball. McNabb tries to force that through 3 and somehow finds a foot.
End-to-end stuff here.
It really is, Davey.
Out to Donovan. What can she do? Looking unsure, she's turned. Going down the left. Ellie Harrison with a reverse thick pickup. Intercepted well by Cambridge, but out for an Oxford sideline ball.
If in doubt.
Put it out.
Thanks, David. Oh, and a very dangerous ball there into the D. Tilly Morgan almost gets on it.
Flashed across the D. No one managed to make contact.
Cambridge with the ball, but penned in to their left corner, but they've done well to get it out, but Harriet Moore clears up at the back. She does well to get that ball to centre-back Megan Hughes.
Interesting to note that every time Harriet Moore gets the ball for Oxford, she's getting quite a lot of boos from the Cambridge fans.
Defecting is obviously not a popular move from her. Oh, loose touch there by Donovan, but she's done very well to clean up, and Oxford secure back round the back. Cambridge pressing much more aggressively than they were at the beginning of the game. Oh, loose touch by Zirk, but she's done well to maintain possession. Hughes looking up, nothing on. Plays the ball back round. Oh,
it's a loose pass. It's a loose pass.
Good gamesmanship there by McNabb. She just stops the ball in the middle of the pitch, lets Oxford set up. Oh, and loose from Cambridge.
Sloppy play from Cambridge, sloppy play. 16 to Oxford. They're in a good position there, Cambridge, but unfortunately they've lost it. Harriet Moore lines up the 16.
Loose ball again, but well picked up by Harrison. She's got nothing on, so forced to play back.
A to C again to Megan.
Emma Preston pressing well there. Hughes still nothing on. Plays a good ball there to McNabb though. To Donovan. Looks round. Nothing. She's got 2 on her. Yeah, looks back. Well played by Oxford to retain the ball, but there is nothing going forwards at the moment.
Calls of press from the Cambridge fans here today.
Zirk does well as Bella Pat really runs in hard there. Oxford forced to play all their hockey in their own half, but they've done well there to maintain possession, and they pick up the ball in the third of the pitch.
The Oxford number 28, Yasmin Zirk, seeing a lot of the ball down the right now.
The Oxford coach, of course, is a big fan of rolling the right. Oh, robbed in the midfield there. Donovan trying to do a bit too much. Cambridge now dominating with the ball in the midfield, really moving it around nicely. Choose to play back round, creating space up top. Oh, Morgan hounding. That's a good tackle. Is that a stick block? No, umpire's given a stick challenge. Cambridge retain the ball.
No, you don't want to take your job. $30 left to play in the first half.
Cambridge happy to play this round the back. Are they looking for one more chance to try and get a goal or a short corner?
It'd make a massive difference to the team talk if they went in at 2-2.
Good press there from Walton.
They've got to put it forwards here quick if they want to go and level.
Just 11 seconds left. Ball played through the midfield. That's a good ball. It's gone through everyone. Well stopped by Emma Preston.
5 seconds.
Oh no, unfortunate from Emma Preston. And I think with that the clock will run out. And that's half time here.
Henry, what do you make of the game so far?
It's been a thriller. Both teams very up for this, very frantic, but some really quality hockey with some very good basics and some fantastic finishes.
Some nervy passes early on, but I think the nerves will be settled now. Looking forward to the second half.
They'll go in for half time, have a regroup, talk to their coaches, and come out again 2-1 to Oxford.
Yeah, good. We're listening to bits.
Dave, how's it going?
It's alright. It's alright. We've made about 17 errors in names.
Really? Is your voice going to go by the end?
Henry's doing a lot of talking. So I'll be alright.
I've not heard much of it.
Henry, have a bit of my gas.
Welcome back here to Southgate, where we're having the 119th Varsity hockey match. Oxford leading Cambridge 2-1 in a well-fought first half with a lot of good chances and good hockey. Oxford number 12, Liv Lee Smith, standing over the ball.
Amber in play.
Oh, and that's an interesting first move from Liv Lee Smith, trying to gain some field position, but it doesn't quite work out. But Oxford still maintain the ball, moving the ball nicely around the back. Donovan here at left back, back to Hughes. Oh, McNabb, a loose pass there and well picked off by Cambridge, but she can't quite get it under control, and Oxford maintain possession.
What do you think was said in the team talks at half-time, Henry?
Well, I think Oxford might be a bit disappointed how they lost a grip on the game. Their press became a bit ragged, but Cambridge must be very happy with how they've really come back into this game and put Oxford under pressure.
A loose pass from Cambridge.
Cleaned up, looking forwards.
Put themselves under a bit of pressure.
Well stopped by McNabb, who was an under-7s chess champion, I'm told.
We're talking national chess champion or local?
I'm saying Scottish primary 7 girls chess champion.
A real achievement. I wonder how her previous varsity victories compare to that.
She certainly shows a talent at hockey, so I'm sure her chess is quite good as well. Cambridge really under pressure again here. almost turns the ball over on the top of their D. Oxford really hounding them, and that's a loose ball out from the back, and Oxford pick up the ball in Cambridge's half. Donovan running over to stand over it. Taped up quads there. It looks like she's permanently broken.
Off a foot. Out for, I think the umpires are giving a long though.
It's a long.
McNabb with the captain's armband around her ankle.
Lovely
Sprays
ball.
the ball out to the right-hand side.
So that's Zirk on the ball, trying to find a way through. Harrison does well with not much room to work with. Yes, forces the ball into a Cambridge foot, and it's a long.
Let's get an ex-girls blues, women's blues, sorry, I should say, perspective on the game so far. I'll hand you over to Ellen Young.
Thanks, David Jones. My name is Ellen Young, and I'm here to commentate on the game. Oh, some lovely play by Shona McNabb into the D, and it's been saved. Oh, no, but Alexa Copeland has got the ball and is ready to inject it back in. Good skills by Sophie Shakespeare. Can she get an outcome? No.
Oh, and that's gone off for another long corner. Oxford are really laying siege here. Good save there in the middle there by Freddie Briscoe, the Cambridge women's goalkeeper. Oh, and well picked up there by Cambridge. Charlotte Burrows driving through the midfield with Hughes on her. Hughes dumps her down to the ground. Umpires see nothing, and Oxford come away with it.
I think that might have come down to what we said earlier about the pitch. It's a slippery one out there.
It really is.
The new Astros didn't serve her well there.
Oh, well cleaned up there by Cambridge. That was a last ditch of effort.
Excellent
Oxford,
tackle there.
Every time a Cambridge player picks up the ball, they're surrounded by 3 dark blue shirts. McNabb standing over it. The captain passes to Lee Smith, who goes into the D. That's a loose tackle by Cambridge.
She's gone down.
Floored.
A P-flick has been given. Oh my word, unbelievable scenes here.
That's a big upgrade from the umpire. Cambridge are having a word. They're not sure about it. Other umpires coming over. It was a bad challenge.
Does that warrant a P-flick though? She wasn't clean through on goal, going down the left-hand side. What do you think there, Henry?
I think it's a tough one to call. Lee Smith, a good bit of skill, and she was completely cleaned out. She did have a chance to have a shot, but it would have been from a tight angle. And now here we have McNabb standing over the ball, the captain.
Cambridge protests were waved away.
Oh, and well saved there. Freddie Briscoe with a fantastic save. Unfortunate McNabb couldn't make it in, but that's a fantastic save. Cambridge have a lifeline.
Diving away with the left hand, palms it off strongly.
Bad news for if this game goes to flicks, it seems. Of course it won't. This game, if there's a draw, will go through to shuffles, as the GB women won in the Olympics.
Some great pressure from Ellie Harrison. She's stolen it back.
Crabbing backwards, makes a very good ball there to McNabb, who tries to play a ball down the line.
Sophie Shakespeare has got it. She's driving along the baseline, ready for that 90-degree ball, and it's cleared out.
Last ditch dust from Cambridge here. Oxford really putting them under the cosh. I've given you one. Yeah. I said you have a weird shirt number.
And it's passed around the back by the Cambridge defence.
Good, playing all this stuff in their own D. Dangerous, dangerous work. Cambridge doing well, showing no fear. Ooh, that's a touch there by Sophie Shakespeare, but can't quite keep it under control.
Almost stolen.
16 for Cambridge again. It really is one-way traffic at the moment. Oh, and that's a nice ball. Oh, well touched, but Oxford there to clean up. Megan Hughes on the ball. Lovely pass there to Zirk. Loose
Good
touch
ground
there.
made there by Zirk. Back to Hughes.
Oxford reshape. Hughes looks up.
Donovan's in plenty of room out here on the left.
Yeah, more. Good ball.
Can see her mum looking very proudly on there. Sammy Donovan.
Lovely ball there by Copeland. Shakespeare tries to come free, but the umpire's having none of it. Cambridge do very well to get out of that, a tight situation, and Burrows running through. She's been blocked. She's still on the ball. This is scintillating stuff by Burrows. Cambridge still have the ball. Oh, and that's a hard tackle, but Cambridge gets to that ball first. Copeland goes flying, but she seems to be smiling about it.
Shows just how much the Oxford players want it. Diving into tackles in the middle of the pitch.
That's a good ball, but Cambridge just can't get onto it, just out of their reach, and that's sort of been the story of this game so far. This half taking a very similar course to last half, where Oxford dominated the first 20 minutes, but then Cambridge really came in the next 15.
Our first aerial of the game there, thrown.
Not with many
It's
legs.
gone straight through. Oh, good tackle there by the Cambridge number 51. Hattie Bevan, the captain.
Bit of confusion here, but Cambridge standing over the ball on the halfway line.
And Cambridge send it round the back. Oh, and it's gone a bit loose, but she's under control.
Lovely ball through there into the midfield, and Cambridge are beginning to get a bit of a grip in this half. Oh, good touch by Copeland, and that was last touch by Cambridge, so it's an Oxford ball.
And Lucy Donovan steps up to take the pass.
She's a small girl, Lucy, but she's got plenty of punch.
And Zerk has got it. She sends it up the line, but it's been intercepted by the Cambridge.
Good pressure there by Cambridge. Once again, 2 players on a Cambridge player, and that's crossing.
Sent round the back to Megan Hughes for the transfer.
Once again, Megan looking imperiously over that Oxford defence, looking to play a ball forwards. Donovan, no way forwards there. She's trying to do a bit of trickery, but nothing there. Yeah, looking back.
Lots of pressure there by number 64 from Cambridge. Oh, and it's touched off by number 15. Oxford ball.
Donovan's seen a lot of the ball on the sideline today. Lovely ball there. Just can't be grabbed there by Copeland. Sets up to try and press the Cambridge. Cambridge play into the midfield
Strong
again.
press from Taylor there. Pushing
through. They play back to their keeper.
Keeper, great stop there.
Lovely work there by the Cambridge keeper.
Under a lot of pressure here from the Oxford front line.
Cambridge being forced to play in their D. And that's a clearing ball, well cleaned up there by Zerk.
Everywhere Cambridge clear it at the moment, there seems to be an Oxford player there first.
How many do Oxford have on the pitch?
It's a very good question, Henry, but I assume it's 11. Might be worth counting.
Yeah, I had to count, it's 11.
Some confirmation there, Oxford do have only 11 players on the pitch.
Lovely pressing there by Taylor. Walton's doing a lot of work here. Low stick, she's dived for that, but Cambridge have done well to keep that in their back 3.
Passing it around the back nicely.
Playing a 3-2-3-2 as Oxford did last year with great effect. But being forced to drop deeper and deeper as Oxford really press here. They're looking for another. Taylor really charging. That's the quickest I've ever seen her move.
Well out to the left-hand side. Can they get past this Oxford press? Excellent play there by
lovely bit of skill there, but then cleaned up by McNabb, the chess champion. Some groans from the crowds for Cambridge. They really want Cambridge to get back into this game. Pinging the ball around there, but they can't get through their screens.
Cambridge have seen a lot of the ball in their own 25 recently. Finding it very hard to get out.
Donovan's appealing there, but there's nothing given. Cambridge now with the ball, but it's a loose
Good
touch.
flat stick tackle
Lovely
from Donovan.
Oh, unfortunate. We were about to see some magic there from Walton. She's got hands for days.
How many days, Henry?
Just a few. Good work there by Harrison. Harrison, of course, back on the pitch after her yellow card, which must have contributed to Cambridge getting a foothold back in this game. So did I.
Good pressing there from Walton.
Oh,
well
lovely
out from
stuff from
oh,
Walton.
They've nicked it.
Oh,
Oxford
and
have
now
nicked
we
it.
might see some magic. Yes, good ball to Taylor. Oh, but she runs into a flat stick.
Resolute defending there from the Cambridge backline. Oh,
Yes,
they've
and
got a
now
chance.
Cambridge are breaking away. They're in a bit of space. That's a lovely ball, but Ellie Harrison, the younger sister, picks it up. Ellie Harrison really has done a lovely job today of keeping that ball out of trouble.
Playing in midfield this year by the looks of things. I think she was up front last year. Change of position. A great ball
and
through.
Taylor, she's really motoring, but she can't quite make it. Keeper uses her stick, but picked up by Rachel Harrison. Puts a
Sloppy pass.
Sloppy ball into the D there, unfortunate. She's done well to get on it, though. Don't foul. Oh, that's lovely
Not
work
often
done
you
there
see
by
the goalkeeper
Cambridge
using the stick outside of the D.
centre-back.
Very exciting to see that. Cambridge bringing a few subs on now. Can they change the game?
Cambridge, good ball there into the midfield. Good touch there. And, oh, just can't quite reel it in.
I think we're starting to see a few tired legs now.
Number 12. By Annalise Whitehead, number 12. Donovan stands over the ball. Crowd in the way. Oh, Lee Smith, what a lovely leave. There are two types. And that was a good one.
What are the two types of leave, Henry?
A good one and a bad one. Umpires beginning to take effect in this game. Copeland, lovely little lift there. Lee Smith picks up the ball, moves into the D, bouncing it nicely, nice skill, but can't quite bring it under control properly. And that's another Cambridge 16. Oh, that's a loose ball from the 16, and I think Oxford are going to get it. Yeah, Tilly Morgan picks up the ball, looks back. Harrison plays it into a stick. And yes, Cambridge come away with it. Sloppy there from Oxford. Cambridge trying to up the tempo in their passing. But
Oxford
there's
press
no
looking
one
strong.
on. That's a good ball speed. But oh no, what a dodgy touch in her
On their own
D.
line here, well pressed.
Sophie, oh, that
excellent
is a
bit of
lovely
skill
bit
from
of skill.
Cambridge. Oh my word.
She really had to pull that out of the bag, and she did.
The
Has that crossed
confidence to
line?
try that on your own goal line, quite exceptional.
I never had it myself, Davey.
And neither did I, Henry, neither did I. Ball down the line from Donovan.
It's got
Shakespeare
some
on the end of it, can't quite bring it under control.
bit too much heat on that ball. I think it could have been a bit taken off it.
Caress down the line, I think.
Indeed. Burrows having to operate in her own 25, but she's done well so far. But can she get past Copeland? No, she can't. But Copeland passes it on into the Cambridge midfield.
Ellie Harrison picks up the ball for Oxford. Gives a loose pass there, and Cambridge are back in possession.
Rare from her today. She's
Back
been
to
very
Burrows.
solid.
A very poor control there. Back to Oxford. Frantic end-to-end stuff at the moment.
Burrows getting a bit frustrated with her players. Lovely weighted ball there by McNabb. Oxford really playing this from side to side, trying to probe a way through. And that's Caitlin Rigler on
Lovely
there
first-time
for
pass from
Oxford
Ellie Harrison.
at right back. She holds a world record for bouncing the most mints off a bongo drum. She stands over the ball. Rigler.
Her first involvement in the game. Good first pass. That'll settle the nerves.
Lovely stuff from McNabb. She has two on her as always.
In
She's
Brick
been
City.
one. This is absolutely
She's
a masterclass
Oh.
in dribbling from McNabb, and well reeled in there by Ellie Harrison. Still on the ball. Nasty ball into the D. Well cleaned up by the keeper. Cambridge have some work to do though, as Oxford retain the ball in the 23.
Oh no, that's a good idea.
Henry, I'm not sure if you're aware, but this is Caitlin Regler's second Varsity of this year.
Yes, of course, for Caitlin played in the twos varsity for the Oxford Radicals, who were part of the Oxford 5-0 twos, threes, fours varsity win.
Let's see if she can bag 2 varsity wins this year.
That would be quite an impressive feat. Caitlin, of course, called up for the very unfortunate Emma Rosier, who managed to twist her ankle, as I said at the beginning of the game. Now performing a stellar job on the pitch as hype man slash manager. And
Short corner to Oxford. What do we reckon we're going to see here, Henry? We've seen a hit from Sophie Taylor.
Could be a slide from Lucy Donovan. She's been known to score a few goals this year.
If I was to make a prediction, I'm saying top left with a drag flick from Donovan. Top bins.
Bold. Good
It is
injection,
Donovan.
Good stop, Donovan.
It's a flick.
Slider, and
Oh!
that's a fantastic save with a lot going on in front of her from Freddie Briscoe,
Tipped
the
round the
Cambridge
post
teacher.
there.
Keeper. Oh, nasty little ball in there by McNabb. Has it been touched? It has. It's a long corner.
I bet we've got the goalie's name wrong. I bet it's the other one. Freddie Briscoe. There's two goalies.
One's got goalie written on her name.
Henry. Both number 1, both got goalie.
Oh, well, I'm going to go with the one that has GK written above her. Oh, sorry, the one who's top. Right, Cambridge with good possession here in the midfield. They're charging through with Burrows. There's no one ahead of her, though. Oh, and that's a really good ball, but Cambridge can't quite get on it. They're really struggling to get into the Oxford half even at the moment.
Burrows has seen a lot of the ball in this game. It seems to be a Cambridge tactic to get it to Burrows. And you can see why. Excellent dribbling on show today.
She's been a standout for me. Copeland floored there. She doesn't look very happy about that, but she trucks on. Oh, loose ball there by McNabb. Well picked up by Bella Pat. Ball to Hattie Bevan. Moves it on. Hattie Bevan back on the ball. Does well to ride that challenge.
The danger snuffed out there by Alexa Copeland for Oxford.
Oh, but Bella
Cambridge
Pat
win
back
it
on the
back.
ball, really good. Cambridge finally with some possession, but fantastic challenge on the reverse there by Lucy Donovan. That's
mum
really
will be
what she's
proud.
plied her trade with. Thank you, sorry. Oh, thank you. McNabb, no one coming there finally. She's challenged. And Lee Smith on the ball. A foul on McNabb though earlier. Plays back to Hughes. To Moore. Moore, lovely little ball there. Floated to Wriggler. Wriggler cuts inside. That's a nasty foul. No, she retains the ball. Plays back to Hughes. Hughes
Very
in her own
sensible
D
play.
though. Slides it back to Wriggler. Loose touch, but she retains the ball.
Done very well to keep it there, Wriggler.
Yeah. Oh,
Stepping up to the Blues match very well. Continuing her dominant display from the twos.
Lovely work there by Rachel Harrison, who's dropped back deep from the forward line. Oh, bit of a yip pass there, but well picked up by Lee Smith, who's challenged in the midfield by Bella Pat. Cambridge stand over the ball. They're beginning to get a bit more into this game as the half progresses, with 15 minutes left. Back to Burrows. Shona McNabb misses the tackle on Burrows, who storms through the midfield, but there's still no one there on for her.
Passes too strongly. Not quite on the same wavelength as her forwards there.
Oxford reset with Hattie Moore. Lovely play there by Oxford, trying to move the ball around the back, still trying to probe. Hughes, good ball to the unmarked Copeland.
Unlucky there from
turns the ball
Donovan.
over there. This is a chance for Cambridge if they can move quickly, but they're taking their time over this free hit. Well worked back there by Sophie Shakespeare, cutting off the pass, but Cambridge have the ball on the halfway line with Bethan Monka really playing the ball around nicely. Cambridge do an A to C there through their back three. Lovely defence there by Tilly Morgan, and she's rapid.
Oh, couldn't quite keep up with the ball though. Cambridge won it back well. Stuck in the corner there, well pressed from Oxford. Can she work her way out?
Bethan Moncur on the ball. She does well there not to lose it with 2 Oxford shirts around her. Resetting there, Cambridge now in their deep in their own half in their left corner. Really lovely ball there into the midfield. Oh, and that's an interesting decision. Back into trouble, but she's done well to keep it. Cambridge dancing with the touchline there.
Calls of forward from the Cambridge supporters. Will the players listen?
No, they're only looking to play backwards at the moment, but they've really got a good spell here. But cleaned up there in the midfield. McNabb on it.
Cambridge's play reminds me of my own playing career. Get the ball and pass it backwards. It's much easier than going forwards.
Much better than my career, Dave, where get the ball and lose it. Chance of liquid hockey coming from the crowds, but I'm not quite sure what they're watching. Oh, that's a good penetrating ball, but no one on the end of it once again. Same old story. It must be said, it's a very windy day here, and it will be affecting
Yasmin
both the
Zirk
players'
across the left
calls
back
and
now.
their ability to do stuff.
Lucy Donovan has gone off for a well-needed break. Shakespeare in the left corner. Slings it across.
Lovely ball.
Comes off the Cambridge player.
Not sure how much
Rachel Harrison's got it.
Oh, Rachel Harrison.
Well defended from Cambridge, and they win the free hit.
But once again, having to do some last-ditch scrappy stuff. Lucia Corrie doing well there. Oh, and that's a loose pass by Amy Edwards.
Struggling to sling successful passes together.
The goal scorer for Cambridge. Oh, Cambridge get a stick on it, but Oxford clean up. Back through Megan Hughes.
Got to go
She's
right, roll the right.
Marshalled this defence.
I can hear John Shaw screaming, roll the right.
Hattie Moore.
And
Well
Oxford
cleaned up by
oblige.
Cambridge. Another loose ball there by Cambridge, picked up in Oxford's midfield. Plays forward to Sophie Taylor. What can she do here? Oh, runs into a flat stick. That's a good tackle by Cambridge, but yes.
Excellent running.
Lucia Corrie, that's fantastic work. She's
How
still
far
on
can
the
she
ball.
go?
How's she done it? Oxford have done very well to get back behind the ball. Amy
and it goes back to defence.
Back to the defence. They just can't find a way through this domineering Oxford defence at the moment.
A backstick tackle from
Zirk. From Zirk? Yes, it is. The umpire's given it. Davey, how do you think it's going so far with only almost 10 minutes to go?
Oxford are having a lot of possession. Cambridge are making a few mistakes, but you never know what can happen in a varsity match.
Exactly.
Stranger things have happened.
They sure have. There's always potential for a last-minute goal, and we could end up going to shuffle still.
We've seen it before, and I'm sure we'll see it again.
You're not wrong.
I think it is about time now for Cambridge to start throwing caution to the wind and going forward quicker. 10 minutes remaining here.
When would you take your keeper off, Davey?
Oh, an interesting question, Henry. Kicking back. A very useful option, but a risky one.
It really is, and Cambridge have once again turned the ball over, but that's still sloppy from Oxford. Tilly Morgan does well to tidy up, and even better to find an Oxford shirt. Rachel Harrison down the right. Ooh,
rolling the right
high?
beautifully there.
It's a long corner.
Joshua jubilant on the sideline over there.
He really is.
Executing the game plan perfectly.
Georgie Wharton charges onto the pitch. Caitlin Wriggler's really growing into this.
A great ball into the
penetrating ball.
Georgie Wharton across
to Taylor.
Oh, she's put on her own foot.
Fantastic save by Freddie Briscoe again.
Excellent pass there from Wriggler. She can play on any stage.
Well cleaned up there.
Excellent fitness from Copeland.
She runs ultra marathons. Oh, that's lovely work once again by Lucia Corrie. Oh, Harriet Moore. Dependable and excellent.
It's a game of two halves, but both halves have gone to Oxford so far.
No goals in this half, though. It's been a much tighter affair with Oxford dominating. Alicia Murphy does very well there. She's crabbing her way along the baseline.
Surrounded by three dark blues.
That's a very good tackle by Ellie Harrison, who just forces that ball down. Good trap by Georgie Walton, who's beaten no one in front of her, and that hits her foot. How unlucky. Oh, foul given before, though.
A strong whistle from the umpire. Time has been stopped.
Oh, and the umpire's charging on.
Going for a conversation there.
Who with?
I think we might have a nosebleed from Sophie Taylor.
Oh, no.
Don't worry, she's a medic. I think in her 6th year of her degree.
She's just
a qualified doctor.
Just passed her final exam, so all bar the sort of title is bestowed upon her. She's basically a doctor.
I'm sure she'll be able to treat her own nose there.
Hughes in her own D, but does well to play it under pressure to Zirk. Zirk runs infield, no way through, so back to Hughes.
Back to Emperor Zirk. Moving down the line. Oh, it's been nicked.
And press, Davey.
Cambridge 13's really coming into the game now.
Zirk's done well there. Oh, as has Copeland done very well with a nasty bobbling ball to bring that under and win the foul.
Cambridge have put Copeland under a lot of pressure today, but I have to say she's dealt with it very, very well.
I agree.
Confident and assured at all times, I would say.
And the rain is really starting to fall down here.
A rare aerial thrown from Zirk.
That's a great trap, but Lee Smith picks it up for Oxford. She's
surrounded
got a lot
by
of Cambridge
Mintbury.
shirts around her. Is that a foul? No, it's not. It's a stick block. You don't see that call very often.
8 minutes left.
Cambridge suddenly a bit more about them.
A
That's
sense
a
of
great ball
urgency.
to an unmarked Cambridge forward. Runs into the D. Great tackle there by Zirk.
Emperor Zirk has been absolutely imperious, commanding that D and anything around it. You can see the Cambridge and Oxford men now warming up for their game, which will follow this.
Good work there by Copeland. That's not the nicest of balls from Zirk.
Sensible play. Back to Copeland. What can she do? Down the line.
Oh, that's a nice ball.
Is it going to be kept in play?
And it is.
Shakespeare's done excellent there to catch up with it.
Shakespeare gets her feet off the pitch. John Shaw would be proud, but well tackled by Cambridge again. Oh, good hands. Oh, and she's taking them all on.
Bit of 3D skill there.
Good tackle by Harrison.
Safe from Copeland. The transfer's on.
Good press.
Goes
there
back
by
into the
Cambridge,
centre.
They find McNabb, and that's a brilliant ball out. Cambridge are really starting to work a bit harder here. Their press is coming into effect, but Oxford are doing very well to play around it. Zirk, nasty trap there, but she's done well to tidy it up. Oh, and well robbed there by Cambridge.
Good jab tackle.
Oh,
Excellently
well
won back
by Lee
though.
Smith.
Drives towards the
robbery.
D. Still going. Well back by number 13.
Lucia Corrie, she's really come into this second half. She's done fantastic. Beating players left, right and centre and really defending and tracking back well.
Building nicely now for
Alicia
Cambridge
Murphy
down the
does
left.
well. And the ball is with Emma Preston.
A reverse
who puts
stick.
a lovely ball into the D.
The tomahawk goes straight across.
Yeah, in Australia they refer to that as the tomahawk shot.
I have to say, Henry, it is a lot more exciting than a backhand.
It really is.
The rain starting to fall here now at Southgate Hockey Club. Will this have any influence on the game?
More moisture in the pitch, of course. It might play slightly smoother. I'm sure.
A real test of a player's Astros. Talking of Astros, Henry, whilst there's a quick break in play, what do you make of the shoe selection out there today?
A lot of fancy red Astros going on here. I think Adidas's. I myself like the brand, but haven't quite moved on to these. Oh, and that's a fantastic bit of skill by Burrows.
A strong shoulder from Zirk.
One of the wearers of the bright red Astros. Oh, and that's a loose pass.
Head height. Surely Cambridge have got to be thinking about kicking back now.
Only 5 minutes to go. You're right, Davey. Lovely stuff there from defence in Cambridge, but well tidied up again by Oxford, and Zirk's on the ball. Right to left, and that's a lovely ball there to Copeland, who's putting a floater into the D, but there's no one there. Oxford are really trying to defend now and secure this win.
Yeah. I think McNabb's played very well. Who do you think man of the match for Oxford?
McNabb or Lee Smith?
I was going to say Lee Smith.
Lee Smith. Yeah. Cambridge moving this ball around the back. They do have time for this, but they're beginning to run out of it, and Oxford turn it over again, and Lee Smith charging through.
You can see some Cambridge players in fierce discussion with the coach now. I'm imagining that's about kicking back. No signs of a bib out there yet, though.
Boris does well to control, but she's robbed by McNabb, but she's kept it under.
Cambridge don't want the ball there with just 3 minutes left.
Oxford, this really is a fantastic press. There are 4 Oxford players there, and they
Well
turn
won.
the ball over in Cambridge's 23. What are they going to do? They're going to go for the corner? No, they're not. That is a loose pass, unfortunately. John
But
Shaw
one
will
back.
not be happy with that ball, but into the D. Sophie Shakespeare does well to get a stick on that, but
Sorry,
it's been
Lee
called.
Smith. Lee Smith. Excellent pressing from Lee Smith there. Still no sign of a kicking back. They've got to get the ball forward now, Cambridge. What have they got? What's left in the legs?
This is where all those months of training really come under. That's a lovely bit of skill
Excellent
once
play.
again by Lucia Corrie. She's dominated this second half. Cries of go on Shona from the crowd, obviously an Oxford pocket there. Speaking of which, some Cambridge players have been in her Oxford pocket this game.
Ha 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 ha.
Lovely bit of skill there by
Very
Zirk.
nice.
And Shakespeare just can't quite reel that one in.
I think she's tiring.
She has spent a lot of time on.
Worked incredibly hard pressing. Made a big difference. Cambridge going forward now. 84 to 30. Oh! Cut out there by Alexa Copeland. Cambridge will be hoping to get the ball to 13 because she has been doing excellent recently.
Just 2 minutes to go though, and they don't really want to be playing here.
Are you surprised, Henry, that you still can't see a kicking back out there?
I am a bit, I have to say. It's another bobbler. Bad touch, but she's done well. Shakespeare's putting her under. Oh, and that's a good step by Copeland, but she can't quite get it under control. And Cambridge pick up the ball.
I can see a bib. The kicking back's coming on for Cambridge. The goalie's running off. That's what we said. We said it would happen, Henry.
Hattie Darling, it looks like. Number 14. No. Who's coming on as kicking back?
Bib's given to number 15.
That's Bethan Monker. There's a bit of a discussion there between her and Amy Edwards.
I wonder if this is something Cambridge have been practicing recently. You'd hope so.
Meanwhile, Cambridge have the ball near the Oxford 23 on the right-hand side, looking to play it in. This is a good piece of field possession, but they just can't connect to their own player.
And Oxford 16, they'll be hoping to run the clock down now.
As they get tired, the basics really are going out of this game. A lot more scrappy than it was in the first half.
It really has been an excellent game of hockey, I would
What do you
say.
think going through John Shaw's head right this moment?
John has, of course, seen many of these varsities, so he won't be worried. He'll have prepped the team on how to play with the kicking back, but that's Sophie Shakespeare in the midfield. Fantastic work.
Well, one back by Cambridge to number 13. What can she do? Running down the right. Dribbling, Indian dribble, she's tucked inside. She's gone past one too many.
But once
Oxford
again,
win the ball
Lee
back.
Smith with the ball. Oh, forced that one.
Cambridge ball just outside, taken quickly by 84. Gone round one, reverse into the D, cut out by Megan Hughes. It's an Oxford ball, we're under the minute now, 40 seconds left.
Could this be slipping away from Cambridge?
Is there time for one last chance?
Oh, that's
with
a loose
13,
ball.
hits the ball into the D. Not
Picked
quite,
up
not
once
quite.
again by Shona McNabb, the captain.
I think that might be it. 20 seconds left, Oxford ball. They're going to take their time over this one.
Is there time for one last Cambridge push? Hughes over it. Straight back to Copeland.
They've got to go to the corner here, surely, Oxford.
And then to Zirk. Oxford retain possession in the
5
corner.
seconds left.
And that's full
it.
time. Oxford 2, Cambridge 1. Oxford retain the varsity match, and Oxford are ecstatic. Cambridge look distraught, but they have played extremely well. They must be proud of themselves. They've left everything on the pitch. What do you think, Davey?
A very, very hotly contested match by both sides. Cambridge will be disappointed, but did, as you said, play very well. Came under a lot of pressure from the Oxford forwards. Dealt with it well at most of the time. Oxford just managed to clinch it, and that was that 2-minute spell where they scored both goals that's done it for them there.
Yes, I thought it was going to be a very open game after that, but it became very cagey. And of course, we see the familiar scenes of jubilation from the Oxford girls and real sadness from the Cambridge girls. It's very tough to take, but they must be proud of themselves. They've played very well. That is, of course, now 6 varsity wins to Oxford, trying to make it 7 from 7, which has not been done before since the new 4th team for Oxford and Cambridge have been made.
We'll be getting ready for the trophy presentation soon. As we said, we'll be back with the men's game in a few minutes. Please stay with us.
Pay attention, you need to come out in the same order. First will be Cambridge, and you need to come up in the same order. You will be good, but I think that will be the captain, followed by the team, and the last person to come up will be the man of the match, Hattie Darwin. So, Cambridge, can you please make your way up? Up you come. Hattie Darwin, the team, Hattie Darwin in the back. Ladies and gentlemen,
Run in the dressing room to really see the umpires are in there. See the two umpires are in the dressing room.